I try to keep it as brief as possible, and I'll demonstrate all of this one by one. Okay, but I want you to understand the basic rules, which if you appreciate, you definitely can write better. Okay. Uh, Low volume. Let me increase the volume. Is it okay now? I've increased the volume now. Is it okay? Okay, fine. I think let's get started. It's time now. Okay, it's time now. Last page. Last page. Acha, theek hai. This is the previous page. What I was mentioning is, okay, I tried to kind of define the scope of essay. I'll explain every word to you. Don't worry. This is essays. Okay, so those who missed out, essays are an exercise to evaluate. I mean, don't by heart this for heaven's sake. And this is not to be by hearted and written. Okay, appreciate the words, what they mean. Okay, the exercise. It is an exercise to evaluate. Okay, your ability to develop as a good administrator. Okay, as a person who keeps to the constitutional values, all the values espoused in the preamble, all the values that our nation making stands for. Okay. Somebody who believes that the society and and our country can be developed. Somebody who has deep commitment for development. Somebody who isn't okay resigned. Somebody who can offer optimistic perspectives, optimistic solutions. Somebody who is not a cynical critique alone. In your essays, you should be showing some element of leadership roles, some element of leadership roles, and that you are capable of analyzing the deep understanding, appreciation of issues, and not simply superficial treatment of any topic or development. Pranati, the problem could be at your end because my mic is in maximum. Okay, and I think all the others are fine. So the problem could be at your end. Please check up, Pranati. Okay, let's get back now. Can I continue? All good and nice? Okay, I'm continuing. We'll come to that, Ankur. I'll tell you why the problem is. Okay. Now let's come to the next discussion. Okay. Now I gave you that principle. Yeah. So I gave you a principle that I call as the Roca principle. Your essay has to be relevant. Your essay must be relevant. Your essays should have element of good organization. Your essay must have clarity of content and thought, okay, and your language, coherence. Okay, so I'll tell you what these words mean. Okay, so one by one. Now, the first point here is, okay, what do I mean by relevance? I'm switching off your chat box. What do I mean by relevance? Relevance is keeping the essay to the demands of the topic. Okay. You cannot digress from what is asked. Digress as in you can't divert. You can't lose the focus. Keep the essays to the demands of the topic. Every topic has a area where it wants you to discuss and get involved in. You cannot digress and start talking about things which are not directly linked to the topic. If you can develop the link, that's perfectly fine. But if you cannot develop the link, then that writing becomes irrelevant. For example, look look at this topic. Look at this topic. Okay. It says, it says, um, I'm giving you a 2017 topic. It says, destiny of a nation is shaped in its classroom. In its classroom. This was a topic in 2017. Destiny of a nation is shaped in its classroom. Okay. Do you all agree with this? Yes or no? Destiny of a nation is shaped in its classroom. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Now my question to you is, what about family? What about family? So does family play no role here? Okay. What about economic policies? Okay. Ankit says he doesn't agree with it. What about economic policies? Okay. Just because I have great schools, does it mean I'll become a great nation? Okay. Family is the first socialization. Family is first. What about natural calamities? Think of Sahara Desert. The destiny of Sahara, is it not partly trapped in its desert climate? Yes or no? Yes or no? Is the conditions of the destiny of Sahara, is it not trapped? What about history? What about history? Don't you think India's destiny is partly shaped by its colonial heritage or colonial history? Yes or no? अब आप बताओ. The topic says destiny of a nation is shaped in its classroom, and I will say family also plays a role. Economic policy also plays roles. The susceptibility and vulnerability to calamity also plays a role. Yes, the geography plays a role. History plays a role. So what do you think? What do you think? Should you agree with this statement or not? Should you agree with the statement or not? Or should you say, okay, that the destiny of the nation is not in its classroom, there are also aspects beyond the classroom? Not completely, partially, yes, and elaborate, agree to disagree. Okay, not only in classroom. Okay. Now I'm rephrasing the question. This is the topic which was asked. I will ask you another topic. What shapes the destiny of a nation? And I'm asking you a third topic. Does the destiny of a nation get shaped in a classroom? Did you understand these three topics? Okay. You understood the conversation I had earlier. Now I'm giving you two more topics. Okay. What shapes the destiny of nation? And another topic that says, does the destiny of a nation get shaped in a classroom? Do you appreciate one thing, that these three are different topics? This has a question mark. This also has a question mark, but this does not have a question mark. So what do you say? When you write on this topic, now can you listen to me? And write on this topic, should you be elaborating on these aspects or not? Yes or no? So these set of points are relevant where? They're relevant in this and maybe relevant in this. Yes, that is the catch. So if you appreciate this point, that this topic, when it says destiny of a nation is shaped in its classroom, your 8 out of 10 part of the essay should be yes, classroom shapes the destiny of the nation. And towards the end, you might add, okay, but classroom is more than, okay, the school alone. The classroom can include the learnings in a family. The classrooms can include the conditions in which educations are given. The classrooms includes the historical influences in our learning pedagogy. But 8 parts of the essay should be on classroom is where a nation is in shape. When you ask me this topic, यहाँ पर I will talk about all the points and maybe equal say weightage. Family में भी लिखेंगे, okay, 20%, about the history also 20%, about the economy also 20%, classroom education also 20%. Okay. And when I ask you, does the destiny of the nation shape in the classroom? I'll say yes, but others are important. Others, I'll say, give classroom 2 weightage and give the weightage to the others also. Yes, absolutely. Add leadership also, whatever you want to add. Did you understand the 3 topics? And what I mean by keeping to the topic. This topic is not a debate. You must differentiate between whether the topic is a debate or the topic is a question. Okay. Versus is the topic a statement? So whenever a statement is given, you cannot disagree with the statement. You have to be with the statement 100%, but add qualifying points maybe. Okay. A question is not a statement because a question comes with a question mark. In debates and question marks, you can have an alternative perspective also. So look at this topic. Look at this topic. Again, 2017 में पूछा हुआ topic है. Okay. In 2017, another topic was asked, which is social media. It says social media is inherently a selfish medium. Is inherently a selfish medium. This was the topic in 2017. Now tell me, is this a debate? Or is this a statement? Or is this a question? Is this a debate? Is this a question? Or is this a statement? It is a statement. And very emphatic one, that it is. Selfish is a very strong word. So in this, can you disagree with this? Can you disagree with this? No, you cannot. So I'll say 8 out of 10, you have to say social media is selfish. And maybe add towards the end, there are positives also, but the positives get overshadowed by selfishness of the medium, and therefore the government can consider to regulate it. Therefore, people have to wise in how the media is being used. Is it okay? But if I ask you, okay, if I ask you, is social media inherently selfish? Okay. अब ये क्या बना? ये statement बना या ये question बना? What is this? This is the question. Okay. So what do you think? Will you say yes? Will you say no? Will you say yes? Will you say no? It's a debate. You can say both. Yes or no. Okay. How many of you will say only yes? How many of you will say only yes? Yes, it is inherently. Yes. How many of you will say no? And how many of you will say both? Both. Okay, okay. You will say both, fine. 60-40. So when you say both, listen, when you say both, watch. When you say both, will it be yes, selfish, not selfish, 50-50, 60-40, okay, 70-30, will it be okay 40-60 or 30-70? First tell me, can it be any of this or not? Hang on. First tell me, can it be any of this or not? Yes or no? If somebody says 50-50, is he wrong? If somebody says 50-50, is he wrong? No, he's not wrong. If somebody says 60-40, is he wrong? Yes, the point is, none of them are wrong. None of them are wrong. But, okay, but listen to me. But, you tell me, why was this topic asked? Was this topic asked because the social media is not shellfish and people are misusing it? Or was it asked because social media has an inherent selfishness, but it can be positive? Why do you think? In this topic, where do you think is the tilt towards? Is the tilt towards selfishness or not? Is the tilt towards selfishness or not? Yes? Okay. Now that is what I say. Now listen to me. This topic, therefore, is actually not 50-50. That's what I say. Understand the tone of the topic. Sometimes the topic may be framed as a question. Sometimes the topic may be framed as a question, but there is an inherent meaning to what the topic demands. It's what we call as reading between the lines. Kriti asks me, what if you don't agree with the statement? Then don't write on this topic. Because if the topic says social media is a selfish medium and you don't agree with the statement, you write against it. You know what you have done? You have gone against the wisdom of the examiner itself. You have gone against the topic itself. That is what I mean by being relevant in your writing. Did you understand this point here? You cannot go against the topic if the topic is a statement and there is a tone of the topic. Now look at this question. Look at this topic. Let me give you that question first. Just a minute. This was a topic in 2012. A topic in 2012. The topic says cooperative federalism, federalism, myth or reality, myth or reality. Now you tell me, is this a statement or a question? Is this a statement or a question? This is, sorry, this is 2016, I'm sorry. 16, yes. Is this a, is it a question or a statement? It's like a debate, okay. It's like a debate. So what do you want to say? Is it a myth or is it a reality? Is it 50-50? Okay. See, the fact is, you can say yes myth, you can say yes reality, you can say both, and both may weightage will vary. But listen, why do you think this question was asked? Why do you think this topic was asked? Was the topic asked because cooperative federalism was a reality, or it was asked because it is not a reality? Anybody? Why do you think the topic was asked? It was asked, is it a reality or not a reality? It was asked because it actually has been a myth over the years. So when they ask you a question, it is not really as open as to whatever stance you can take. Okay. So they're asking because it is a myth. So when you are talking about the weightage, okay, is it a myth? It is a myth or not a myth? Can the weightage be 50-50? Okay. No, it cannot be. The weightage, I would say, would be maybe 60-40, probably as much as even 70-30. So that's what I say. Even if a question is framed like a question, okay, but please look at the tone. So there is a topic, there is an underlying theme around the topic, and do not miss that. Balaji, pessimistic is when you say it is a myth and nothing can be done about it. Balaji is asking me, if we say it is a myth, will it not become pessimism? I say no. Okay, it says somebody has cancer and the doctor says he has cancer. Does it mean he's pessimistic? It only means he's being realist. And the doctor can say, hey, look, you have cancer, but there is treatment. So you saying it's myth does not mean it is pessimistic. But you saying it is myth and it will remain a myth forever and nothing can be done about it, then it becomes a pessimism. You have to accept the reality, otherwise you're fooling yourself. Okay, you're missing what we call as the tone of the topic. Look at another one. Look at another one. Okay. This again is 2016. This again is 2016. It says, near jobless growth in India, and anomaly or an outcome of economic reforms. Okay, let's see now. Okay, पहले ये बताओ, is this a statement or is it a question? It is a question. So you have a choice. So what do you want to pick up? Do you think it is because of an anomaly, or is it the consequence of economic reforms? If somebody says anomaly, somebody says economic reform, somebody says both, and there is, okay, maybe weightage. What do you think? Yes, this is a question. This is a question, but there is a tone. And this tone comes from you knowing your current affairs well. Anomaly comes first. Oh my goodness, Ravi Shankar, your current affairs pita hua beta, padhai karo. You have to know what happened in 1991 reforms, what has happened post reforms, what our planning commission has been saying. Anomaly means it is just an accident, it should not have happened. Okay. So your current affairs is weak here. So it is not an obvious assertion, but it does have a tilt. Okay. It does have a tilt. So you have to understand the tone of the topic also. Is it okay, all of you? So your current affairs, your contemporary readings have to be very good. Now you tell me, okay, can you write this only because of economic reforms? Also no. There could be some anomalies also, because in some cases we actually could have done well. We do not know why it didn't do well. Like think of COVID. COVID is an anomaly. It has not happened the way it has happened earlier. But yes, it could be probably 80-90% towards reform problem is a bigger issue. So how you get the tone of the topic, it comes from your current affairs exposure. How you get the tone comes from your reading and appreciation of your current affairs, your GS, your newspapers. Is that okay, all of you? Subhashri has a new dimension. Subhashri says external factors. Beta, this topic पूछ ही नहीं रहा है external factors at all. Okay. Is asking us, tell us, is an anomaly. External conditions could have been a small part, but the bigger issue is that we may have made some mistakes in our reforms. Don't miss that. Is it okay? Did you understand by what I mean when I say do not miss? Okay. So relevance. Okay. Relevance is about not missing the topic. It's about not missing the statement, not missing the tone of the topic. Sometimes it is not obvious, but if you know your current affairs well, and this comes from current affairs, it comes from your understanding of the issues, the relevance of the topic. Is that okay? Is that okay, all of you? Now, one of you asked me, sir, why is it that if it is a test of personality, okay, now listen to me. One of you asked me, if it is a test of personality, then why in some years we get good marks, in other years students have got very bad marks? The main reason why your marks can fluctuate is because in some attempt you probably managed to write the topic according to the essay according topic asked, and in the other years you probably missed the topic entirely. Okay. Missing the relevance, missing the topic is the biggest reason why marks fluctuate. Why marks fluctuate. So in one essay, In one essay, say I have got 80 marks. In another essay, I have got probably 30 marks. My language is same. My organization ability is same. My analysis is more or less good because I'm well read. Why have I got less marks here? Because this I did not write according to topic. The example I give in the class is that if I ask you, what is your name? What is your name? And you say anything except your name, I can't give you marks. You mention your country's name, you mention your language, you mention your schooling, you tell me your sports, you tell me your interests, but naam hi nahi bata rahe ho. So even if I tell about my life, my school, my job, my travels with brilliant language, if I talk about all of this with tremendous amount of analysis, even then, because I have not answered the question, I will not get marks. So when marks are fluctuating, okay, it is primarily because, okay, you are missing the topic in one, and in the other topic you probably wrote a good relevant essay. Is that okay, all of you? Is that fine? Yes, yes, exactly, correct. Anomaly is that deviates. Okay, and anomaly is not a normal deviation. Okay, it probably is an accidental one. Okay, oh, subjectivity matters, beta. That's why this is subjective papers. It does matter. Okay. Anomaly is not a strong word compared to, okay, what economic reforms is implying. Anomaly is a aberration. Anomaly means aberration. It's a freak. Okay, it's not a strong word. Okay, so do not miss the topic is the first one. So I'll take you through exercises how to help you identify whether you have missed the topic or not. Okay, now come back here. Now, in relevance, there are two things. In relevance, okay, there are two aspects, or maybe I'll say three aspects. Don't miss the topic. Keep the topic rich and keep your essay balanced. So this I explained. I must explain how you can keep your topic rich and how you keep your essays balanced. When you agree with a statement, please repeat what you agree on with. Okay. You have to agree what the statement says. Okay. The social media is inherently selfish. Agree with that. Yes, I agree. Social media is selfish. Social media, okay, okay, is self-centric. Social media, okay, makes a man selfish. Okay, agree with that. Okay, so if you miss that element of tone, your essay will get skewed. Okay, so content हम बाद में बात करेंगे. Anomaly is deviation. Anomaly is aberration. Correct. Let's move on. Okay, so I said the relevance means do not miss the topic. That's one thing. And don't miss the topic का मतलब होता है, okay, don't miss or go against the statement and don't miss the tone of the topic. And the second aspect of relevance is The essay must be rich. Okay, and essay must be balanced. Richness means many dimensions. Essay must have many dimensions. And balanced essay, okay, would mean something different. Okay, guys, I think we have crossed our limit. It's more than 2 hours now. Okay, it gets tiring. Essays is not a regular type of a study. It requires a lot of thinking. It requires a lot of involvement here. Okay, so I can understand, and for many of you, this is the first class of this kind. Okay, what I'll suggest to all of you is look up the previous year's question. Okay, in fact, if possible, I will share the previous year's question. Okay, and you read the topics and see whether you identify relevance of the topic. Okay, so tomorrow at 10 o'clock, the same registration login is maintained. Tomorrow I will explain what is richness of an essay and what is a balanced essay. Okay, so I hope you had a nice time. I love the discussion. Of course, I don't want to be modest here, but I enjoy when I'm conversing with you. I like that part, and you will tell me whether you understood and whether you enjoyed the process. Okay, so catch you tomorrow. So we'll join 2 or 3 minutes before the session so that we can discuss.